I want to know, is it true you have the nickname Skip?
Yeah. My family calls me Skippy.
Why is that?
That's crazy. How do you know that?
Hello, my name's Christian Lee here for Earworm Digital, and I'm here with
Julia Cooper.
and Julia. How you doing today?
I'm good.
It's a little cloudy, but it's actually a very nice day.
Kind of sad.
It is sad. I don't know. It really hasn't felt like summer yet, you know?
Yeah.
It's been pretty chilly these past few months. It's crazy.
I know. It was
Dang.
a couple days, but.
It's crazy. Dang. SoCal's in a crazy state right now. But how are you doing today?
Good. Good. Not super busy, which is nice.
Well, not busy until later.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it's kind of good. Yeah, dang. It's crazy. You know, it recently was your birthday.
Yes.
Fresh off the EP release.
Yes.
And I just want to say, how are you feeling right now? It's a big week for you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It definitely feels like a lot of big firsts.
Mm-hmm.
And birthdays are always kind of weird. So that was like a whole thing. But I'm really excited to have the EP out. We've been working on it for a really long time. So it feels really good to kind of let it go and, I don't know, just kind of give it to the people. So it's like not ours anymore.
And the EP is, I believe it's called Made in Heaven, correct?
Yes.
And by the way, that's a great song too.
Thank you so much.
But I'm wondering though, because I feel like it's been in the making, I believe, since like Sugar Rush, right? Like since like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And
so yeah, Sugar Rush was the first single, which we made Sugar Rush before we were like thinking about an EP.
Yeah.
And then after that came out and was doing kind of well, we just decided to like run with the project. So yeah, it's been like 2 years since we like really were like gonna work on a project, start working on it.
And I've listened to like Sugar Rush like before. I think probably like last year I found out about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's good, but I think what really caught my ears was when you did like some teasers for Headache.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like, I don't know. I think just the way like you flow on the song, like the cadence, it's like really catchy.
Thank
and
you.
Also too, I've noticed like for like I think for that song in general, I think you did work with, what's her name, Josic?
Josic, yeah.
Josic, yeah. And you know they've worked with Maisie before and everything too. But I thought it was just like, I don't know, it was just really interesting. Like, you know, you're kind of headless in that.
Yeah.
What was like the thing behind that? How'd you come up with that?
So the cover art and like the promo for that, we kind of came up with the idea of like having, because the song is really about like getting relief in general, just in any capacity. And I don't know, I think Headache is pretty generic and everyone kind of knows what that is and what that feels like. And so we were trying to find like a cool way to represent that, but not be super lame. So having like no head was just kind of this idea of like relief and just like, I don't know, that's like what it feels like when I have migraines. I'm like, I wish I could just not have my head. And we kind of were like brainstorming with that, and that's the picture that we came up with, was the cover art of just like that relief of you know, in any capacity, in any way.
And then with the last track that you put out, and you know what is it? The name of the EP, like Made in Heaven.
Yeah.
And you know that song is really catchy as well.
Thank
and then I know, because I've seen like, you know, I follow some of the people that are in the music video.
Right.
And I saw them post photos. I'm like, wow, this is like really bougie. It's fancy. And then I found out it was for the music video. I'm like, wow, this is insane. How did you pick like the venue for that music video, and like how did that all come about?
Yeah. So I worked with Ethan Frank, directed it.
Okay.
And he like executive produced it as well. Or creative directed it, sorry.
Okay.
And Josic as well, creative directed it with me. And so us three we came to Ethan with the concept of so the song's Made in Heaven, the project's Made in Heaven. So it was this idea of like recreating religious paintings that like mostly have men in them and putting
I could tell from the cover art, yeah.
And so we came to Ethan with that, and then he just like really took it and made it into this beautiful thing that became this music video. And the brand is like fancy and, you know, bougie. I'm like trying to manifest my dream life, you know. So we just found like a really cool venue on Peer Space, I think, and it was like within the budget, and
Nice.
we just kind of ran with it. I think Ethan brought so much to the project, and he had a whole crew behind him too, which was really cool for me because I've experienced a big crew, but not when it has to do with me. So that was really cool.
How long was shooting that too?
We shot from like 7 to 3, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we came in, like, that was also, Ethan really helped us come in so prepared. So we, like,
That's good.
really knew what we were doing and what, you know, he had, like, it down to, like, the hour, which was great because it helped so much and we were able to get everything we needed in a short amount of time. But
I don't know if Brandon could zoom in on this or not, but you are wearing a angel necklace too.
yeah.
Goes with the theme. Can you even see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
This is my angel baby. This is, like, when I say, like, my brand, like, I'm really, truly manifesting
Really,
my dream life.
I could really tell from, like, I think from the whole EP too, like, pretty much every song, like, the melodies and harmonies, everything, very, like, angelic.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's nice.
Thank you.
And then let's talk about the beginning again too, from, like, Sweet Tooth when you made that. How did that song happen? Like, what inspired you to make that?
Sugar.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Oh, no, you're
Sugar.
fine. I actually, so that was like right when I moved to LA. And I produce a little bit, and I was just playing around with like sampling. And I found a sample and started doing the like background vocals to that song basically over them and brought it to my producer Dave Reese, and he was like obsessed with it, and we just went with it and kind of kept writing it, and I wrote that song with Maisie and Gabe, us three. The whole EP was just them two.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we just kind of, I don't know, that was like very much like I was experimenting, and it just ended up working out, luckily.
And so I didn't believe what you moved from, was it Ohio to LA?
Yeah, so I moved around a lot since high school, which that was like the last time I was in LA, but or in Ohio. So yeah, I moved around a lot. So I was actually in Nashville right before LA.
Yeah, you went to school in Nashville, right?
Yeah, and yeah, that's how I ended up here. I actually ended up in LA because of The Voice.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's like how I got. I was here for that, but it was COVID, so I was like in a hotel stuck.
And then you're like, wow, this hotel's real nice. I just want to stay in LA.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of how it went. A little bit. Not really, but kind of.
Oh, cool. And because, you know, like a lot of people move from LA for everywhere because, you know, even if, you know, you want to get started, it's just like kind of land of opportunity, you know. There's like a lot going on. There's meet a lot of people. You can inspire a lot too.
Yeah.
And when you first came here, was that before or after that you started knowing everyone, you know, like Maisie, Judith, Devin again?
When I moved here, the only person I knew was Grace and Gabe, Maisie and Gabe. They were literally the only two people that I knew. And I moved here with Josic, so we all knew each other beforehand, but it was really just them two. And they kind of took us under their wing and showed us to all the people and introduced us to all of our now really close friends, which is really cool.
Thanks. Speaking of friends too, I'm wondering, you know, it's a lovely day. You're a lovely person.
Thank you.
And I'm just wondering, you think we could be friends as well?
For sure. Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I love that. And so let's talk about like your inspiration behind like your songwriting, like your music. Like, which artist inspired you? Like, who did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to a lot of Motown, actually. I was also in theater growing up till like high school, so I was like really into jazz. And I think like the Motown and like that's where like my R&B influence comes. Was like those two things kind of like colliding, and because like me trying to find like mainstream jazz. And
Makes
like
sense
Motown.
Why John Legend picked you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think I grew up listening to a lot of that. A lot of like my dad was listening to like a lot of old country, which I did not take with me into my adulthood, but it was somewhere in my brain. It's an influence for sure. But yeah, definitely a lot of Motown, a lot of jazz, like the golden age era of music was really big into.
There was a lot of hits back then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, a thing I like to do for my friends is give them gifts, and I don't know if you knew that, but I have some gifts for you.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
You're welcome. And first one, let's go back to where it all started for you, Sugar Rush.
Yeah.
And you know, love the song, love the lyrics, so I have some stuff that were in the lyrics.
Oh, cool.
I couldn't make a bouquet of lollipops, so I did get you some lollipops.
Okay, that's awesome though.
That's cool.
I love these. And they have the bubble gum, which is
I
way
know.
better than
2 in
the
1.
Tootsie Roll.
Some licorice.
Perfect.
I think so.
The
Yeah,
best.
Red Vines.
Red Vines. I feel like I haven't seen these in so long.
Yeah, you only get those like really well. Like if you went to like Costco or something, they have like that big tub.
Oh, really?
Or you go in a movie theater, you know.
Yeah.
Those are really the only 2 places.
But
I
they're
feel
super good.
Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, see, look, even like on the packaging, it's like movie stuff. Yeah.
For sure.
I feel that's like where most people get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, underrated. And then of course some ring pops.
Oh, this is so cool! Wow, I have so much candy for the next couple months.
Do you have a big sweet tooth, or?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Sadly, yes.
And I'm glad I gave you all this.
Yeah.
And last but not least, some Skittles too.
Amazing.
Pretty sure that's all the candy mentioned in the song.
Probably. Skittles were a big one. I like definitely reached out and was like, I have the song Sugar Rush. If you want to sponsor.
Well, hopefully. That's my favorite flavor too. That's a good one.
Yeah, those are really good.
But, you know, obviously, you know, we are here to interview you about your music, so I do have music history too. First one is a cover. Well, because, you know, you covered it on The Voice, and you also did your own cover of it too. Very good. Maggie Rogers. Also, great album too.
It's such a good album. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's so cool. I need to get my record player from home. I can play it.
Perfect. Yeah. And the second one is Aretha's Gold.
Wait, how do you know? That's so crazy. I almost wore a shirt with her on it today because I was really feeling, I don't know, just wanted to feel her.
Well, now you
so sick.
get to feel her a little bit more.
Yeah.
You have her music now.
That's so cool. Oh, that's like the best gift ever.
Well,
wow, I was not expecting to get so many gifts.
I know. I didn't expect to get you so many gifts too, but I was just in the zone, you know. Last but not least, Motown's #1s.
Oh my god. Yeah. Perfect. Wow.
You said the Golden Age. There's probably some songs from the Golden Age on
there. Yeah, for sure. This is so cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Target, for that one.
Yeah. Shout out. Target's like the best place on earth.
For real, for real. All right, and then now I have some questions to ask you that maybe only friends know. And first one is, you did say you were in a lot of musicals. Which one was your favorite one to perform in? And for me personally, I think your performance as Fiona in the Shrek movie was pretty good.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy time, Fiona as Shrek. That was like really hard because there was a lot of dancing, which I'm not great at. So I wouldn't say that was my favorite because I think I had to put a lot of work. And I had a fat suit. It was like a whole thing. And
oh, yeah, when you had to turn into yogurt?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That one was really taxing on the mind and the body. But I really liked playing Fantine in Les Mis. I think that would be my favorite.
That's pretty good.
Her song is A1.
Yeah. That was a great musical, too.
Yeah.
And another one, too, is, you know, Made in Heaven. You know, you have a lot of friends in there. Or some would say angels, and, you know, you're wearing an angel necklace, too. And I believe an angel told me this one. And it's like, how much Crash Bandicoot have you been playing recently?
Actually, so much. Like, embarrassingly a lot. But yeah, I love Crash Bandicoot. It's like the only video game I play ever.
Really? So you've been playing that since like a kid, or?
So when I was little, we had a PS1. All my sisters are like way older than me.
Yeah.
And that was the only game we played. It was like a bunch of girls, like it's the whole house of girls. We didn't really know what we were doing. And I was only allowed to play the first. It's called Turtle Woods, and I played it like so many times in my life because I was so bad that they wouldn't let me really play anything else. So now I'm like taking back the time that I lost as a kid and wasn't allowed to play it. So now I'm like playing all of it, and I'm very into it right now.
Have you beaten the game, or have you beaten it multiple times?
I have not. I'm literally horrible. And it takes me like very long. Like I've been playing for probably a couple months now, and I'm like only on like the 3rd level. So I'm really bad, but it's fun.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, I used to play that one and like Spyro a lot. That was another big one too.
Yeah.
And here, I have something to show you, and I wanted to see if you are still motivated as you were back then when this happened. The contestants are saying. Where are you in this one? Let me see.
More talent than ever before.
Do you remember this at all?
Youngstown
This
Superstar
is
finalist
so
Julia Cooper.
What are you?
I'm
Oh, there you are.
and I will be the next Youngstown superstar.
I do remember that, yeah. That was like my first competition that I was ever in. Well, what was it called? I don't really remember what it was called, but it was some kind of competition.
Youngstown Superstar.
Yeah, Youngstown. Yeah, that's where I'm from. That's cool.
Did that spark your love to do competitions?
No, I hated them. Literally, I hated them so much.
You were in so many.
But I did do them a lot. Yeah. I think like where I was from, that was like all I knew to do because there wasn't really a lot of opportunities, obviously, for singing or making music or even like theater. I think my parents were just like, oh, I think they sing in theater. We're just gonna put you in that because it's Ohio and there's like no other thing to do.
It worked out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. Wow. And then also too, because you've been obviously that was when you were a kid and everything too.
Yeah.
So you have been singing for probably most of your life, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
like pretty much all of it.
would you say Liz was like a big influence on you for that?
Liz Rubino?
Yes.
Oh my god, that is a blast from the past. Yeah, I would definitely say, yeah, she was like one of my first vocal teachers. And she helped me so much with like figuring out how to use my voice and just growing my range and so many things. Yeah, she was a huge inspiration for me.
That's good. I mean, luckily I think it paid off. So
yeah, thank you.
And last but not least, I want to know, is it true you have the nickname Skip?
Yeah. My family calls me Skippy.
Why is that?
That's crazy. How do you know that? That's
We're
literally
friends. Like,
so crazy. I literally have no idea why they call me that. I think me and my sister that's like right above me in age, she's like a lot older than me, but she's the next one in line. We just like were being goofy and wanted to like make up nicknames for each other, and I don't know where on earth. I think she like literally saw peanut butter and was like, I'm gonna call you Skippy, and it just stuck.
Wow.
I don't really know. But it's mostly her and my dad. But yeah, that is true. That's really crazy.
That's a crazy nickname. All right. Well, thank you for taking time to the interview.
Of course.
I'm glad we did. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Very chill, and it was good to get to know you more.
Yeah, thank you.
Now I feel like we are like real friends.
Exactly. We
You know?
definitely are.
Let me pack my bags. Maybe I'll go skiing with you.
Yeah.
But to close off the interview, it is all about you. So is there anything you want to plug? Maybe your social media? I know you. Obviously, we talked about this a lot in the interview, but your EP.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still taking your victory lap. If you have anything like ahead in the future, like shows or,
Yeah.
God, forbid, like more songs or anything, rest of the time's all you. What do you got to say?
The EP's out. I have a music video out. Definitely check that on YouTube. I have a show on the 12th at Hotel Cafe. If anybody wants to come, I'm gonna be playing like acoustic versions of my EP. And yeah, and my social media, of course.
And what is your social media?
My Instagram is I think everything is Julia Cooper Music.